So Islam is something that's very oral. It's a religion that's taught to you orally. Like I said, people don't generally pick up the Quran and study it for themselves. They receive it orally from their teachers or from their parents. That's how they learn Islam. Well, when you do that, when you teach something orally, you're by definition teaching them something selectively. You're not giving them the whole story. And so when David and I started investigating how to prove whether Islam or Christianity was true, and we turned to the Muslim faith, I started reading the early stories of Muhammad's life for myself, instead of just receiving the stories, reading from beginning to the end.
Doing your own investigation.
And that's when I came across all these stories that no one had shared with me before. Things that made me think, why am I following this man?
Wow.
Everything that I had heard up until then had been very positive, but now I'm hearing stories about him being bewitched, him beheading hundreds of people on the same day, him treating women in certain ways, nothing that I'd ever heard before.
Yeah, the compilation of the Quran is very different from the Bible. The Bible is 66 books, 39 Old Testament, 27 New Testament. The Quran is very different, and really it only began to be compiled, according to the Islamic sources now. I'm not sure how much we can trust the Islamic sources, but according to the Islamic sources, the Quran was compiled not by Muhammad's successor. Well, there was a version compiled by his successor, but the final version was compiled by the third successor. And what he did, if you want evidence, by the way, for this, go to the book of Hadith, which is the book of traditions on Muhammad. That is the most trustworthy, according to Sunni Muslims. It's called Sahih al-Bukhari. Go to volume 6, book 61, and read Hadith number 509 and 510. So 661, 509, 510, it shows you that Uthman was willing to collect all the early Quranic manuscripts. He said, make one version of the Quran and then burn all the evidence. So that was the way the Quran initially became compiled.
Yeah, our family's never been the same. Never been the same since. And when I say our family, it sounds kind of nebulous, but I'm thinking my mom, her personality was changed forever by my decision to become a Christian. My father, his confidence was shaken forever because I decided to become a Christian. They didn't come to my wedding. They didn't approve of me getting married. Our family has never been the same. I lost all my friends, the social circles that I was a part of. And ultimately, the Christian faith, it just radically altered me. So everything has changed, but the cost immediately was pretty much everything.